Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jenny Wood, and stick around for our episodes of Voice, Heart, and Mind, where we talk about everything about life and we also make music. Today we're going to talk about grief. We're going to talk about a certain part of grief, and I understand grief very much. I lost both my mother and father on the same day, and my young niece. I've gone through losses. I understand grief and all of the ups and downs of it. We're going to talk about a particular part of grief that a wonderful viewer, Samara, hi Samara, commented and wanted to know why conversation of grief gets shortened, why it sometimes only stops at either I'm so sorry or my condolences, when you want to talk about more. You want to talk about, well, I'm actually moving this way, or the opposite, when the conversation about grief is expanding and you actually want to hold it back and you're not ready to go there yet. You're not ready to talk about how far you're moving up or where you're going next. You're still in your grief. So we want to talk about how to kind of navigate the conversation of grief a little bit smoother. So the first thing that is most important, that I know everybody already knows, when you're going through grief, it is a dark tunnel and you can't see anything. Any form of light, the most remote form of light, whether that be a movie or one person or the way that the light shines on your house, whatever the form of light is that is helping you see anything remotely of hope, follow that light. I know that you all know this. This is just the biggest part about grief. Everything is dark, you can't see, and you have to go towards the light. For me, something that was difficult about grief, and this is why I can relate with Samara's comment, because my tragedy was very public in my local community, sometimes people said something to me that made me uncomfortable about my tragedy. I wasn't where they were at. That's another thing. People don't understand where you're at in your grief. It is a very personal thing. So they will say things, and it took me time to realize, out of the kindness of their heart, they're saying this, and they mean well, but they're not where we're at. They don't see where we're at in our tragedy. For example, sometimes people would say things to me, well, did you know about this, about the accident? Did you know that this happened? And did you know that this? Sometimes people would talk to me as if I were a spectator of my own tragedy. And I know now that they were coming from a good place and they were trying to relate any possible way. But at the time I didn't understand that. And so what did I do? I took that uncomfortable feeling and I took it home. And I brought it with me and I went to sleep, and it was still there, and it was heavy on me, weighing on me. And what I did was I kept on thinking the same things, and the phrases kept on building. And then sound joined that. And again, forgive me, this is my songwriter filter. So whatever filter, whatever medium of art is yours, or whatever medium of coping is yours, apply that. And I know you know what I'm talking about. There can be the smallest reminders of your grief, and you're right back there. You're right back there into the trauma, into the tragedy. So what I would do was, once I got thrust back in there, I would remember my little song, and I would look forward to when I could go home to my guitar to play my song. And that was my form of light. That was my light. That helped me. That helped me overcome. And I want to know, what are your forms of light? What helps you overcome? What helps you in that dark cavern that is grief? What helps you realize that there is hope, that there is a way, and there is reason to try? Another thing is that some people don't know how to acclimate to the new evolved you, and that's okay, but you have to let them go. And that's hard to do, I know, but trust me, once you let them go and you hold on to the trustworthy forms of light, and you're climbing uphill with these very strong, trustworthy forms of light, you're going to get to that peak of the mountain. You're going to be your evolved self. You're going to be your new you with the grief inside you, because that's never going to go away. But you're going to be that you with that grief, which is your story. It is a newer you. It is a better you. After all that you've been through, it is a better you. You're going to get up there with those forms of light into the newer, evolved self, which you're going to be able to accomplish so much more in life because of. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jenny Wood. Stick around for the next episode because all the music that you heard under this, we're going to build it together. I'm going to take it to my guitar with you and my sound system, and we're going to build this song together. And I'm going with the title, I'm climbing up this mountain, I am walking towards the light. Thank you so much for joining me. It's going to be fun to figure things out in life together. All my best. Take care. Bye.